this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
There are voices, and then there are voices. Those that don't merely echo but reverberate, bouncing from cathedral walls to cobblestone streets, folding themselves into the pages of history as if they were always meant to be there. And then there was hers. Padrica, a name carried on 1,000 melodies, sang in the parlors of LaVilla where jazz curled itself around street corners like incense in an old church, where black hands built monuments and black voices composed symphonies without ever touching sheet music. She was born where rhythm lived, where history hummed in the hush of evening, where grandmothers sang stories into the bones of their children, so they would never forget who they were. And she never did. She who was chosen not by chance, not by mere opportunity, but by the discerning eye of Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune herself. A woman who saw in her a luminary, a scholar, a silent, a soul too vast for one city, one nation, or even one lifetime. So she was sent across oceans, across languages, across stages where the air itself stood still, just to listen. And the world did listen. From Rome to Vienna, from Harlem to Jacksonville, they listened. But we knew her before the curtain calls, before the critics declared her a masterpiece, before the standing ovations in places that we could not yet pronounce. She was ours first. She was the voice in the pews of Bethel Baptist, lifting hymns like sacred doves into the rafters, letting faith be both her melody and her rhythm. She was the sister, the aunt, the cousin, the friend who made every conversation feel like a sonata, every embrace like an encore. And when her body grew weary, when time demanded its debt, still, she did not fade. For those who carry light never disappear. They transcend. They ascend. They become constellations. They become whispered notes in the wind. They become the hum in the child's first lullaby, the swell of a choir's crescendo, the warmth of a memory that refuses to dim. And so the world is quieter today, but only for a moment, because the song of Padrica Mendez does not end. It lingers, it soars, it sings, and we will keep